Hello everyone, welcome to my stamp studio. Sorry you had a really big close-up of me. As you can see, I still haven't cleaned up my area from the craft show. Yeah, I still gotta get that done. So that will be this weekend's project. Plus I also have the little grandbabies this weekend, so that will be fun. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. I had a little wardrobe malfunction. As you can see, my necklace broke. So just tuck it in there like it's supposed to be like that, right? Don't you hate when that happens? And then I couldn't get my earring in. I'm like, what the heck? Now I can't get my printer to work. Hold on. Okay. Yes. All right. We're all good now. It didn't like my paper. I don't know why. Weird. Okay, so I'm just hanging out just a little bit just to see if people join. I do need to go over here and look at my computer real quick, and hopefully I have this on mute. All right, now I do. Okay, so let's refresh this and see who's all here. Say hi if you're joining me. Can you believe it's our week 4 of our Christmas card series? I can't believe it. I am so excited, and I'm really kind of like unexcited because next week's gonna be our last week. So make sure you get your orders in so you can get your free card class. So tonight is all about making Christmas cards, and we'll be making 4 different ones. You can watch the class for free, totally free to watch. But if you'd like the card kit, I do send that, and I pay for the shipping. I send it right to you as a thank you for your online purchase. So you make a purchase of $40 or more in my online store and using the host code, and I'll show you what that is in a moment. That's what's printing right now. And I will ship the card class for tonight to you absolutely free as a thank you to you. Thank you from me to you. Words, Beth. Words. Use your words. And also, I will be sending an embellishment if your order is over $50. But you need to use that host code because that tells me that you want this week's class. So it's really important that you do that. So, hi, is that Beth out there? I can't quite see who it is. I don't want to look at my screen away until I flip the camera down. Then I can look at it. So, yeah, I'm really excited. Starting a new venture in my Stampin' Up! Business. Changing everything kind of around a little bit. So, you're going to be seeing my club. I'm going to be changing that a bit. It'll be actually announced in the next day or two. I'm going to have it so you can order that club early because that way when things come back in stock, I can order it just like that. What's great about club is if you are a recurring member, I know that you're going to want club and I can get your stuff before it goes, unorderable or whatever. So that's a perk of being in the recurring club. Also with the recurring club, if you're signed up for 6 months, then you get a little free gift from me. I'll be sending you $25 of Stampin' Up! Product. And yeah, you'll be getting that. So, woohoo! Bonuses. And I do have a bunch of events for November planned. I'm super excited about all of them. And yeah, hopefully I will have that all out before the weekend. My goal is to have it out by tomorrow afternoon. But we'll see because work tends to spring up on me. And it's been a hectic week. So let's see who's all here with us. So let's see. Comment. Let's see. So say hi if you're here. Why can't I get this going here? Oh, I don't want full screen. There we go. Okay. So hi, Amy. Hi, Beth. I'm so glad you're here. I just love when you guys are here for me. It makes my heart happy. I like to see you guys. I wish I could see you in person. But this is, I guess, the best thing we can do for right now, right? Okay. Now that it's printed out. Oh, and it printed out poorly. Oh, well. I'm going to flip my camera down and we're going to get started. And I realize I have my camera completely in my holder all wrong. So, and I just printed a whole bunch of stuff I didn't want to print. Okay, so close your eyes because I really have to do some maneuvering here. I have to actually take my phone out of my base and kind of get that going the right way. I can't believe I completely goofed that one up. When I put it in my holder, I put it the wrong way. Here I thought I was being all organized. The rest of me is organized, just not this. Okay, we'll get that a little straight. Hold on, I'm moving around. So if you get dizzy, just hold on a minute. Okay, now you can open your eyes. All right, so here's this week's host code. Again, you will get the class kit free. I will send this to you when your order is $40 or more in my online store. So I'll be making 4 cards, and I'll give you all the bits and pieces. So as I pull these out, you'll see all the bits and pieces that you get in your card kit. So we're going to be using 4 different bundles tonight. We will be using, actually maybe even 5. We'll see. I do have it mostly written up, so hopefully I'll be able to get that posted right away tonight. So let's start with our first card because we got a lot to do tonight. So again, this is your host code. I'll put a link in the video description right after, so you'll see me update the video. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. I love to see your comments, and I will reply to you. And share this with your friends. One of the biggest things to help me with my business, and it's absolutely free to you, is to share this on your public profile, on your personal profile. So share it out there, share it with your friends and your family. Make sure they know about me, because that's what really helps me be able to bring you these videos and new products and everything else like that. So hi and welcome. All right, let's get started on our first card. And I really need to stop this printing. There we go. Okay. It's just wasting too much of my paper. Okay, so this is going to be our first card tonight. So we're going to be using our Christmas Friends bundle. Kind of decided to change things up. I just thought this was a really sweet one to play with. And I just love this little polar bear. Isn't he freaking cute? And then this is going to be our card. So we're going to have a kind of a fun fold card tonight. All right, so I'm going to need some, this is our white striped ribbon, our striped trim ribbon, and our black Memento ink. We'll also need Mossy Meadow and Cherry Cobbler blends. Now, if you don't have blends, that's okay. You can use something else. You can use pencils, you can use markers, whatever. And I'm going to switch up my embellishment. So we're going to be using the Blooming Pearls embellishment tonight. And I just need to make sure I have another package of them because I may run out there. All right. So we'll be using our Blooming Pearls. This is what it actually looks like. And there's a couple different colors in here. So that's why I do like this one. All right. So let's go ahead and get out our first kit here. I just need to move things around a little bit. I didn't quite have, let's see. Is this one damp? No. Okay. We're just going to move that one out of the way. And we'll get this one. And this one is damp. Okay. That's good. I don't need this stamp set yet. We'll be using that one, though. All right. So, again, first card kit is going to be this one. Now, when I put it in with yours, I'm going to have one of the score lines already done for you. Oh, and I completely moved away from what I had to score. So, give me a moment because I don't know what I did with my little cheat sheet here. Okay, so 4 1/4. All right. So I've got a piece of Smoky Slate here. And then we've got some other pieces in here. Now, I'll be giving you a piece of Mossy Meadow. You will need to have the dies that coordinate with this to cut out your little pine boughs there. I've already done mine ahead of time. So you'll have a piece of Mossy Meadow, and you'll be using both of these to do it. I'd really recommend having some adhesive sheets for this. You'll get a little chunk of Cherry Cobbler, and I'll put a little adhesive sheet on there so you can get an idea what that's like. And we'll be using a little bow, so let's pull out our little bow here right away before I get. And you know what? And let's try out this one. I didn't try this one before. I haven't used this, so let's see how this little bow is going to look. All right, and we'll be die cutting out our bear. So we need that. And then we're going to be die cutting out a little sentiment. So we're going to need this little block right there, that little rectangle. All right. So I'm going to push that aside. Put my envelope aside for the moment, and let's get going on here. So the first score that we need, and this is 5.5 by 11. So the first score that we need is going to be at 4 1/4. All right, so 4 1/4. And then I believe it's at 4 1/4. Oh, geez. Sorry, I have to take my card apart because I just completely move my directions around. And I have a sample card. I'll show you what my sample card is. This is a card I did a while ago. I just like the design because you can use it with, you know, any kind of designer series paper. So let's see. I did 4 1/4. And now I have to do 5 1/2. So 4 1/4, 5 1/2. I've got one more, and this will be at 6 3/4. So just put this up here. Go to 6 3/4. All right. So I'll be doing your 5 1/2 score there so that I can get it in your envelope. All right. So we're going to fold that this way. Fold this one back and fold this one this way. We'll get our bone folder. I think I'll get my bone folder. I'm in the midst of rearranging my craft room again because just with the lighting and stuff, you know, I don't know. I feel like I need to move because it's just, you know, during this time of year, it's a little darker. So I just need to move it around. Okay, so I just move my card this way. All right. So what I'll do here is I'll actually go ahead and put some adhesive right in here. I'd recommend using some strong adhesive. I don't happen to know where my Seal Plus went, so I'm just using my Seal for right now. I'm going to give that a good press. All right, just like that. All right. Okay, next we have our Winter Meadows Designer Series paper, and I just took some coordinating colors here. So I have this one, which is 5 1/4 by 4. So I'm just going to take that and put that on the back. Now you can write on that. So if you don't have designer series paper, you could definitely use white. But I just really like that. I have a 1-inch strip, 1 inch by 5 1/4. That I'm going to put, maybe if I can get my thing to roll. Let me see if I have a piece of, here we go. I just need a hard surface because my mat here doesn't like to roll nicely. You know, I usually kind of have my glass mat out when I'm doing things, and I happen to put it away. All right. So now I've got this piece, and if you have directional paper, just make sure you're going in the right direction. All right. Now, also in our card kit, we have a Lost Lagoon circle, and we have a piece of white, which we'll be using for our polar bear. And then I have another piece of white cardstock that's been embossed using the snowflake embossing folder. So that will be done for you. This will also be done for you. I had forgotten to do it. I thought I did. So I'm going to run this through my embossing folder here. So this is Lost Lagoon. And choose wherever you like. You know, just look at it where the snow is going to fall and see where you like it. And we'll run that through the embossing folder real quick. Or the cut and emboss machine. Again, back to your words. So I ended up having to go into the office again yesterday, and I was there for quite a while. And in fact, started my day with a 7 o'clock call as I was driving in, and the facilitator to the meeting had put me on mute while I was trying to get connected in the car and everything. Well, when he did that, I was not able to take myself off of mute, and they're asking me all these questions. They want things answered, and I finally I had to text my coworker and say, text me back right away. So she texted me back, and I'm talking to her, you know, on my car, and yeah, it was pretty fun. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and adhere this on. I'm just going to use my seal here. Normally, I would use my liquid glue. I just didn't. It's over there. I was being lazy. When it's a really heavy 3D embossing folder, I do like to use liquid glue. I feel it holds better. But this one isn't so bad. And oops, I put that on upside down. Okay, well, it's going to have heavy snow up here and light snow down there. We'll just do it the reverse. So we can We'll do this one the reverse too. So up here I had the lighter snow. It happens. Oh well. I'm going to move this all the way to the side. And we'll go ahead and just use our seal. Make sure that we have enough on there. That's like the third time that's happened to me tonight. I was doing some other cards and I really need to go and round up my house here and find out where I put all my supplies of stuff because I'm tired of not knowing where anything is. Okay, heavy snowfall on top. All right. So I'm going to center that, but go right to the white edge. Just like that. And now I'm going to take my 2 pieces of Mossy Meadow. Now this is where I was saying, use your adhesive sheets, because now I got adhesive on those and I don't have to worry about trying to put liquid glue on it or seal on it to get it to work. Love this stuff. And I know I always forget to use it, but I made sure. I'm like, I am using it tonight. I'm not going to forget it. So that's why I did those ahead of time, so I wouldn't forget it. All right, and so then I'm just going to line these up. I mean, you can line them up wherever you want. Your bow is going to go right over there. So there we go. Got that on there. Let's run our bow through our... Oh, I know where it went. I just saw it. I'm going to run that through our die cut machine too. You know what? I'm going to do that after I stamp my other stuff so I can run it all through at one time. All right, so I have this. Let's go ahead and just make our bow right away. I know I'm kind of doing things a little backwards today. I don't know why. I just am. We'll make our little bow here. All right. There we go. And I did actually bring up my ribbon scissors. I actually went out and bought another pair because I was like, you know, if I keep taking these downstairs to, you know, watch a movie with my husband when I'm doing things, I better have a pair down there. So, okay, so I'm going to take that. I'm going to put this right on the side using a mini glue dot. I had them here. Hold on while I'm looking for the box. There it is. I just finally finished a roll, and I had that roll open for like, I don't know, almost a year. And I just finally finished it last weekend. And so I pulled out another box, and I don't know what I did with it. I'm having all sorts of issues, like, because I'm not putting things back right away. I'm not being organized. So I plan to get myself a little organized this weekend, and part of that is being organized so I can always be consistently here for you and showing you things. Let's see, what else do I need now? I need to do some stamping. So I'm going to move this aside. We'll pull in our memento here. And I need my stamp set. And where did that go? Well, while I'm looking around for my stamp set, here is the original card that I had. So that's that one. Okay, stamp set, where did you go? Okay, the case is right there. I had just taken that out. What in the world could I have done with it? Okay, does anyone see it? Here it is. It's underneath the envelope. Duh. Okay. I chose to use the polar bear tonight because I didn't have to do a whole lot of coloring. And sometimes if I have to make a lot of one card, it's so much easier to not have to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and ink him up. I have to flip them over so I can make sure I have them completely inked. All right, there we go. All right. And we'll just stamp him right here. And I hope I didn't just smear that. No, I didn't. All right. And now I need my cherry cobbler, which I put away. I don't know why I put it away, but I did. I guess I was thinking I didn't need to use it tonight. Although I was re-inking a whole bunch of my stamp pads, and this is not one of them I re-inked, so that's probably why I put it away. All right, so we've got a cute little sentiment that says, have a very Merry Christmas. I thought it was really cute, so we're going to use it. I am all about, you know, those kind of puns and stuff. I don't know why. I just think it's darling. All right. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to cut it out and then I'll stamp it just because I think it'll be easier. All right. So we need these 3 things die cut. How about we color him in first? So I'm going to bring in my Mossy Meadow and my Cherry Cobbler here. So let's start with our Cherry Cobbler. I'm going to start with my bow. And I'm just going to fill in like the darker of the Cherry Cobbler, right where they have like those little black hashtags there. And then I'll take my light and I'll just blend it all together. Give my bow a little dimension. I can always go back and add a little bit more of the dark if I've over blended. Sometimes if I have an older dark one and a newer light one, they look very much the same. Okay. Oh, it worked out okay. All right. So now, as I'm doing things, I'm going to put things away. Not away, but just back in their little homes here, so I don't have a mess on my desktop. I'll need that out, so don't put that away yet. Okay, let's take our dark Mossy Meadow, and I'm just putting like, you know, I'm just kind of tapping in the various spots. I'll kind of go around here a little bit around the bow. And it's got a little bit over here. And we'll just do little dots over here. Okay. Now I'm going to come in with my light Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to, oops, that's not the side I wanted to use. I want to use my chisel side. So I'm going to go over here and blend these in. Now there's little ornaments or little berries on this wreath, so I'm trying not to color those in, trying to go around them so I can come back and add some of the Cherry Cobbler blend. And not being really successful, but you know, it'll still work. Okay. And let's use, I'm going to use a dark one, I think. All right. And then for these little smaller ones, I'll use the lighter. And I'm just putting a dot. Not really even coloring. Okay, so he is done. Let's bring in our die cut machine. And I should have had my little mini over here, but I did not. I just have a big one, so we'll just have to make do. I know it's kind of hard to see me die cutting something. It's just the way the camera setup is. Okay, so I'm going to take this and this. Kind of one right up on top. And as I'm mumbling to myself here, I'm just laying down my dies on my images. All right. Got that there. Got my little bow. Oh, no, I don't got my little bow. My paper went flying. Okay, the adhesive from the adhesive sheet keeps sticking to my fingers. It's, I don't know. Everything is sticking. My husband turned the heat on, and oh my gosh, I walked in the door the other day. It was 78 degrees in the house. I'm like, what are you doing? Why do you have the heat on? You're killing me. So between the hot flashes and him turning the heat on, oh my gosh, I've been melting. I told him, I said, you know, when it comes to be winter, I said, we won't even have to snowplow. I'll just go lay out in the snow. I'll melt it all. Not that I really want to do that, because then I get, like, really super cold. I just can't win. All right, so here's my little bow. So I'm just going to pop it out. I'm also popping out those extra little pieces there. And this is actually a tip I've shared before, but I'm actually going to post this tip in our group. So I have my handy dandy, oh, I have one open, hold on. There it is. My handy dandy lint roller. And I got these little cute little miniature ones from the dollar store. So I'm just going to use this to pick up some of those extra pieces. And you know what else it works really good to pick up? Embossing powder. So, just a little side tip for you. All right, let's put these guys away before they get lost. Okay. I hate when that happens. I really need to get my magnetic sheet in there. My other little fun tip for people. All right. I feel like there's one other one. Oh, there it is. All right. Got those done. Well, let's put our bear away. Might as well get him out of the way, too. He needs to go home. And then we'll stamp our sentiment, and that will go home. All right. Here's my little rectangle. Now, I am going to have to move that down so I can get my head over it to line it up. Okay, because it just barely fits on there. All right. Get that cleaned. Put it home. Put that back in its little tub there. There we go. Look at that. I'll need it out for that. All right, so let's bring back in our card here. Let's peel off our Post-it note. There we go. And then usually what I do with my paper piercing tool is I hold it there so I can peel that off better. And look, it's already in place, so all I have to do is flip it over and just put my bow on there. We're going to bring in some dimensionals for this guy. I want my regular size dimensionals. Where are they? There we go. We'll put some dimensionals on him. Doot. Okay, who out there has this set? Do you like it? Have you used it? Have you started playing with it? Oh my gosh, it's so stinking cute. So if you haven't started playing with it, oh, you need to. Just saying, you need to. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put 2 dimensionals on that. And just, I mean, you can put that really anywhere you want. I'm going to put it right up here. Okay, so there we go. Let's get our little embellishments on here. I think we're going to use these peacock ones here. So, put one down here. And I'll put another one. Oh, I don't know. Come on. Come on, pick up, pick up. Okay. Scissors. I gotta get that adhesive off of there too. I just really need to do some maintenance around here. So between my scissors and my re-inking, okay, there we go. That is our first card. So, lots of fun. Oh, we forgot to put our inside in. Now, where did my piece go? All right, where are you? Hello, what? Where did you go? Where did you go? Okay, I don't know where it went, so we're just going to have to cut another piece. Probably on the floor somewhere. I just don't see it handy. All right, so let's cut a 3-inch piece of this, and then we're going to stamp our little tree on there. Okay. So before I put this on the inside, I got to decide what I'm going to stamp on there. So we'll bring back in our stamps. And on my original one, I stamped that little tree. I stamped the tree. I'm not a big fan of how it looked. So we're going to change it up. I think we're going to stamp our little mouse here. And we're going to leave it white. We'll shade it in a little bit with some smoky slate. Light smoky slate. But that is going to be on the inside of our card. Okay. All right, so let's go to black. Fit on that one? No. Not fit on this one. All right, let's get our black memento out. And then we'll get our smoky slate blend. And I actually want to use this other piece I used earlier. That's why you need a larger piece here. Because we're going to stamp and color on here. Because if I stamp and color on here, you're going to see the color go through. So that's why we want to stamp on this extra piece. Yeah, Little Mouse is cute. We're going to have to stamp the little... Oh, it's not a stamp. Darn. There's little musical notes, but they're dies. Yeah, sorry. I'm not going to cut them out. All right. All right. So we're going to bring back in our cherry cobbler here. I'm going to use my light cherry cobbler, my light mossy meadow, and then my smoky slate. And let's see, make sure it's smoky slate. Yep. So I'm going to color my little bell. All right. And then I am just going to, what I'm going to do is I'm just dotting very lightly. I'm not coloring it. I'm not putting lines in there. I'm just dotting it. Okay, just to give it a little dimension there. I do this with my snowman too. So we'll add a little bit right there. A little bit right there. So I'm just, like I said, dotting. I'm not really making a straight line. Okay. So all it does is give us a little depth in that. All right, let's get our bow here. And I've got my light cherry cobbler, so we'll color our bow. All right. And last but not least, we'll take our mossy meadow and we'll color the outside of his little music book here. His little hymnal or whatever he's using or she's using. Okay, there we go. Let's die cut that out. And I will be pulling in my liquid glue now because I don't want that to be sticking up. All right, let's get this die out. So, Beth, did you get this stamp set? Do you like that little one? Have you used it? It reminds me of this joke my uncle told me years and years and years and years ago. And maybe I already told you it, but I'll share it with you again because it's, you know, one of my favorite holiday jokes. So, there was a choir of all children, and they were singing their holiday music, their Christmas songs, and sorry, I gotta figure out which way my die goes. There it goes. And part of one of the songs, sorry, I'm concentrating on getting this die layered there. It just doesn't want to stay with my fingers. Okay. So in one part of one of the songs that they were singing, one of the little boys was supposed to sing the line, and Jesus lit the light. So that was his line. And then that was everyone's cue to light their candle. So this little boy, you know, they were singing their song and it got to the line and he would sing, and Jesus lit the light, and nothing happened. So the whole choir sang again, and they all sang, and Jesus lit the light, and nothing happened. So I sang it one more time. This time they were really, really loud. And they all sang, and Jesus lit the light. And all of a sudden you hear this little voice, the mouse peed on the matches. That just cracks me. I don't know why that cracks me up, but it just cracks me up. Okay, so that's what I think when I see this little mouse. Yeah, go ahead, laugh at me. You got the Santa Star set. Nice. We're going to be using that one tonight. I think it's really... Ooh, too much glue. Too much glue. We'll have to spread that out. Spread it out. Spread it out. I have a couple other Christmas jokes that I'll share with you. Mostly because I got to remember the punch. I mean, know what the punchline is. I got to remember the rest of it. I just thought that was so freaking cute. Anyway, when my uncle told it, he was so excited to tell it. It was just, I think that's why it just stayed in my memory so much. All right, so there's a little mouse. And let's just take our seal here and just run it down this side. And we're going to put this right there. Kind of centering it just a little bit. All right, so now when you open your card, you have one little message space and you could put another little message space. Or you could put a little pocket in here and put a little gift card in there. So just all sorts of things you can do with that design. So what do you think of the card? Let me know while I get prepped for the next one. Okay, that's garbage. Oh, where do my little box of things go? Because when I get all these put away, I don't have it all over the place that I gotta leave out. All right, I'm done with that one. All right, one card down. All right, next card. Next card actually uses 2 stamp sets. So I need to just put these. We'll put them right there. Okay, we're going to be using our Humble Home and our Snowy Wonder. Now, Humble Home right now is not available. Sorry, I had all these classes designed, so I was not about to redesign all my class. This one is not available, but it will be. It's coming back soon, probably in the next week, 10 days, it'll be back in stock. So don't worry, you can still get your hands on this. But I like this set because you can use it for so much more than just Christmas. So, but in this one, we are making a Christmas card. So this is the fun little card that we're going to be making. And you're going to get a piece of our iconic Christmas Designer Series paper. So let's pull out this kit. And the only thing that we're using in here is going to be our greeting this time. So I'm just going to actually pull that out. Oh, I lied. We're using a die cut. A die. We're using the globe. So we're using the globe and our season's greeting. Okay. Now, I will not be supplying this die cut piece. I'll show you what I'm going to do in just a minute. So you would need the stamp set, the Humble Home stamp set, whatever greeting stamp you have. I just was using this because I pulled out my dies. I originally was going to be using this as one of the cards, and then, I don't know, I got distracted and came up with that instead. All right, I have one stamp that needs to get put away. The little mouse needs to go back in his house. Okay, there we go. Mouse is back in its home. There we go. All right, so we're going to put this aside for later. Let's show you what you all have in your little kit here. So we have a piece of pecan pie. Okay, I just need to fold it in half. Use your bone folder or your finger or your block. Okay. Then we have a piece of basic beige. So instead of using white, I'm using basic beige for the inside. That's where I will stamp whatever other sentiment we want. I have a piece of Mossy Meadow, which is going to go right here. I have another piece of basic beige that I've run through the cut and emboss machine using the plaid embossing folder. So that is the Forever Plaid. So I love this because you can do 2 pieces at a time, so I can quickly make 2 cards at a time. Okay, this is going to be centered on that. But before we do that, let's go through the rest of our pieces. You have a piece of the Iconic Memories Designer Series paper. You can use whichever side you want. It will be 3 inches by 5 something, 5 1/4. Actually, I want that to be a little bit smaller, I think. I just want to take it down a little bit. The idea is I don't want it bigger than this, all right, lengthwise. So it's a little bit over. So I'm just going to take off, I don't know, right to the top of those trees. So about a 1/4 inch. So 3 by 5, is that what that is? Something like that. Yeah, just a little smaller than 5. All right. Now you also will have a piece of Early Espresso, another piece of Basic Beige. We're going to be stamping our house on that. And then you have a 1-inch strip of Basic Beige to stamp your sentiment, and then you can trim it down. So let's go ahead and let's do our die cutting first. And then we'll do our stamping and assembly all at one time. So we're going to take this. Now, you will have to have either a circle die or a rectangle, or it is in stock currently. Oh my goodness, it just came back today. Hurry and order it, because that thing keeps going out of stock like that. Like, I bet by tomorrow morning it'll be gone. So if you haven't ordered it, get online, use my host code, order it. When you get the bundle, I'm going to be sending you something in the mail. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to be die cutting this out just like that. So if you have a circle, just take your circle to kind of the edge. All right. I'll show you what kind of inspired me. This is a card that we made at a shoebox swap. So this is what inspired me to do it. So if you have a circle die, go ahead and just run it off the edge. All right. So that's what I'm going to do here. I don't need this piece, so we're going to run that off the edge. So let's get out our die cut machine again. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to text the world. It's back in. It's back in. Amy, do me a big favor. Post that in our group. The Humble Homes bundle is back. Because I know there's 3 people out there that want it and haven't been able to get it. Can you tell me if the peppermint dies are, the peppermint embellishments are back? Okay, so this I'm putting that edge right off of the cardstock. So I'll show you when it goes through. All right, so when I laid it down there, let me see if I can pick this up. Oh, of course not. When I laid it down, all I did was I put this right to the edge of my paper. So now I've got that shape. I can use that for something else later on if I want, but this is what I'm really going for. Now, if you have the little fangs here and you don't like the little fangs, just take your snips and trim them off. It's up to you. Okay, where are my decent snips? Well, please, while I find my other snips, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to cut anything out. Oh, jeez Louise. Guess I got to use these. All right. So I am just going to trim that off. Just because it's going to be really hard to glue that little fang there. So there we go. All right. So now the next thing I do is I'm going to adhere my Designer Series paper to the back. All right. And the way I want to do that is I actually want to go around my circle with my glue. All right. So I'm using my detailed bottle here. Now these detail bottles, I do include in the adhesive pouch when I sell them. I have a adhesive pouch that's really nice. And now in this one, I'm just going to take it at the top, down the side. Oh, I better make sure what side I'm on. It's not going to matter. All right. I'm just going to put a little bit here. Okay, it got clogged. Don't do your Designer Series paper. Just use your cardstock here. Oh, all the way to the 18th of November. Oh, well. Those are so sweet. I love using those with the Sweetest Star Punch. So I'll show you my version of it tonight. And just know that you can always make your cards and add your embellishments later. So now I'm just sliding this to the very edge. All right. Then I'll come back in. I'll put some more adhesive on here. And we'll plaster that to my Mossy Meadow. I chose Mossy Meadow because that's the color of the green in this Designer Series paper. Okay, just kind of get that on there. There we go. All right. Flip it over. We'll go ahead and put some dimensionals on it. There's something else I'm waiting for too. Oh, I know what it is. The 3-pack of twine, because that's going to be what I'm going to be offering in our winterly trees class. I can't wait to, that's one of the things I've got, just finishing my marketing, my pictures and everything, and that is going to be a class in November. All right, and so we're going to stamp our sentiment on here. So let's see, we're doing Season's Greeting from Our House to Yours. We'll grab this one, and we'll grab a block. We'll grab our Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to stamp it kind of more, a little bit more towards the center, because I'm going to come back in with my little tiny wreath, my itty bitty little wreath. And I'm going to stamp that also in Mossy Meadow, right above that. Okay, we'll bring back in our light Mossy Meadow and our Cherry Cobbler. So I'm going to do my ribbon right, oops, wrong one, wrong end, hold please. So we'll do our little, now I'm being very careful on this because the blending marker here will make that bleed if I, rub it too hard. So just be careful when you're doing it, or use marker. All right, so I've got my Mossy Meadow blend. I'm using the light one. If I use the dark one, it would just all be dark and you wouldn't even see the outline of it. So I'll go ahead and do that. There we go. That's the inside of our card. All right, we'll go ahead and put this inside right away. Since we have it done. I know usually I forget to stamp the inside of the card, but I couldn't resist one. I couldn't resist this one. All right. So there we go. There's that. Oh, did I show you the finished card? Do you want to see? Do you want to see what it looks like? Or should I just tease you with it? Thank you so much for posting that. I appreciate it. Okay, so here is our finished card. I forgot to show you that. So that's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to take this, and we're going to put that back away. I'm going to take this off, because otherwise you're going to hear me ripping that on and off. All right, we're going to take our little home. There we go. And on your handy dandy little guy here, we're going to use our pecan pie. Now I just inked this up, so it may be pretty dark, because when I stamped it earlier today, it was really too light. So I'm hoping it's not too bad. I might have to stamp it twice. Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll just gently tap. I think it's going to be too dark. Yeah, it's too juicy. All right, well, we'll use this lighter one here. Okay, let's bring in our punch that coordinates with this. I'm just going to slide this in, and I'm just going to line up that triangle there, just like that. Now, I am going to trim off that. I'm going to trim this off right here, because I want my chimney on the other side. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put my piece of Early Espresso, I'm going to slide that right in. I'm going to pop that all out. Get some little confetti there. And now I can just take my scissors And actually I'm going to trim my rooftop off. Not all of it. I'm going close, but not all the way to the edge of that stamped image. I'm going to cut that little edge off there, though. Right. And I'm going to be mounting it right on top of here, just like that. Okay. Bet you didn't see that one coming. Just kidding. All right. So now we're going to take our little doors and windows here. And we're going to stamp that with our early espresso. You could definitely punch it out. So these little guys right here are the windows. So you could stamp those. I'm not going that route. I'm just not going to do it. All right. So here we go. Let's see, I just need that one out. I can put my punch back. I'm trying to be organized as I'm going here, so bear with me. Now I also inked this one up too. All right, so I'm just going to look through my block here and stamp my doors and window. A little crooked, but that's all right. Now this is much darker than my earlier one because of the re-inking. All right, done with that. All right, put that one right there. We're going to take our handy dandy little house. We're going to hear it together. Okay, I just need to pick it up here because I can't really see it on the dark top there. Okay, that's so sweet. Oh, I should have kept my little, there it is. We're going to add this little heart there. You know what we're going to do? We're going to grab out that piece of red that I had from the other kit. Is it big enough? Let's see. Let's hope so. I'm going to slide this in. And sure enough. And it's got adhesive already on it, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to go back to my original one and do that same thing because I just think it's really cute. Now, you could easily switch this up from being a holiday card to being a thank you or a welcome home card. Same exact design, just switch out, you know, your designer series paper, or even that's not really even bad. You know, could be welcome to your, you know, welcome to someone's new cottage, or, you know, it could be anything like that. All right, there we go. That's really cute. Okay. I know sometimes I amaze myself. I'm like, you know, that's such a cute card. Sometimes I get really, really good ideas from other demonstrators, and I love that they share things, and I just take their ideas and go rogue. So if you like my ideas, you know what? Make them. Go rogue. Let your creative talents just go run amok. Because I tell you what, when you take that time to create, it just brings out, I don't know, the endorphins. It brings out good feelings, you know. I know for the last couple weeks it's been a little rough around our home, and I really do find crafting really kind of soothes the soul. Now, maybe it's not for everybody, but I don't know. If you're watching me, it probably will soothe your soul. Okay. All right. And, okay, there we go. We're going to trim this one down. Move my blocks out of the way. Ooh, I forgot to put that one away. Wait, put that away before you forget, Beth. Do it right now. What stamp set did that come from? Oh, there it is. No, that's not that one. It came from this one. No, yeah, it did. I was like, oh my gosh, where did that come from? There we go. Shoo! It's a muck. It's a muck day. Muck, muck, muck. Okay. All right. Anyways, I digress a lot. All right. I'm just going to trim that out. Now, if you want to make it fancy, you can do a die cut. You could angle it. You know, I'm just going for straight edge. I'm just going straight. All right. So I've got that. And I've got this, so now I need dimensionals. Where did I put them? And I need ribbon. So I'm using a ribbon I haven't used yet tonight. Well, I mean, I haven't used in the videos yet. It is the Center Striped Ribbon. So it's like vanilla ribbon with pecan. It reminds me of like caramel ice cream. You know, vanilla ice cream with caramel swirls. So it is the caramel swirl ribbon in my world. All right, I'm going to put this house just a little bit below that circle. I'm going to put my sentiment on. Right here. Just like that. And let's get our bow. So here's this ribbon. So I don't know if you can see. It's got a very little bit of like pecan or chromecate stitching in there. I'm calling it, oh, it's hard to focus. Sorry. I'll stop for a moment and focus. Will it focus? There we go. Okay. So, yep. This is my caramel swirl ribbon. Now, don't go online and search for caramel swirl ribbon. You're not going to find it. You have to say center striped ribbon. Otherwise, use the code and I will list all the items that I've used in the cards. What I'm planning on doing is actually posting each card in a separate post, and then I'll list the ingredients for you. Because trying to do all of them in one post, there's a lot of things I've used. You know, pick and choose from the things I've used, or, you know, pick anything out that you need. Maybe you just need envelopes. Maybe you need some adhesive. Maybe you're way ahead of the game and are so far ahead with your holiday cards that you're ready to just sit back and relax. I haven't even started mine. I know. It's horrible. Because I don't know what I want to do. I don't know about any of you, but I have to make a lot of them. And what happens is I get bored with the same design. So I have to come up with multiple designs. But then I have to do so many that I can't make them really super intricate because, well, it would take me too long. Found a die that didn't find its way home, so we're going to put that away. They cannot run a free. Okay. All right, so that is this card. Oh, let's put some embellishments on there. All right, so grab this. Oh, I'm going to take the tiny little one here for my doorknob. And I'll sprinkle some larger ones around. Yeah. We'll take a couple extra smaller ones here. And we'll put another one right down here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So just sprinkle. What the heck? Did I take the glue dot off? I must have picked it up. I did. I picked it up without the glue dot. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it picked up. Okay, there it is. Now it has the glue dot. All right. So yeah, so I just added a little bit more than my original card. But I really like this card. I think I'm going to just change this to be welcome so that when I have new people join my team, I can send them a little welcome card. We do actually have a new neighbor, so I might just stop over one day with some Christmas cookies and a little welcome card. All right, so that was a card number 2. I better stop chit-chatting and really get cranking on these cards, hey? All right, where did that one come from? I don't know. All right, card 3. Now, I'm going to ask where did my cards go? I'm going to, like, freak out because I don't have them there. All right, I'm going to put them, where? Right here. On top of all my embellishments. All right, we're going to use Reindeer Fun because who has more fun than reindeer, right? All right, I've got some linen thread. This is the dye I'm going to be using. I am pulling in my blends. Again, blends are my go-to. If blends are not your thing, feel free to use your pencils or your markers, whatever you're really comfortable with, your watercolor painters. It does not matter. I just really do like them because it makes me feel like an artist. It makes me feel like I can do any of it. All right, so, oh man. envelopes all fell underneath my chair. Not good, because I'll roll on them. Okay. Third card. All right, here we go. So we've got a piece of, I know, pecan pie. I was kind of in a pecan pie mode. I don't know why. I don't know. It just was. Okay, so normal card base. I've got pecan pie again. I'm using that plaid embossing folder. I can't get enough of it, obviously. And I've got a strip of the Reindeer Fun Designer Series paper. You'll be getting a strip of that. You know, you can choose whatever side you want. The only reason I didn't use that side is it's going to be so much covered that I didn't feel like you would see the deer all that much. Let's just see what happens before I adhere together. Okay, so I got that strip. This one. And this one. We'll see a little bit. You know, I'll make it that way, and then you choose whatever side you want to use when you get your kit. All right. So really, that's kind of the gist of our card right there. Where is my card base? Is that what I just dropped before? I mean, my card, goodness. Oh, that's not the right size. I lost the inside of my card. I'm dropping everything today. I got the dropsies. Okay, that and hot flash is coming on. Don't you just hate that? They've been getting really, really bad lately. Mostly at night, so I don't sleep. And when I do sleep, it's like I fall hard asleep at like 4 o'clock in the morning. And of course, you know, then you got to get up for work. Okay. Yeah, really? Well, it's not like I'm up there in the Stampin' Up! World that they would ask me my opinion, but it would be fun if they would ask our opinions on colors, right? Oh yeah, that's caramel to me. Because, you know, there's so many striped ribbons that you can have. Okay, let's see. That's going to be for the inside. Let's not even worry about that right now, because I don't know what I'm doing for the inside. Let's take our embossed piece here, and we'll get some liquid glue on there. So along with the card kit, I do email you a PDF tutorial. It gives you all the measurements, it lists all the supplies, it gives you the directions on how to put everything together, and like I said, it has some measurements and a color photo. So also on your little label on your kit, it will tell you the date of these videos, and I actually put my YouTube link on there. The reason I do that is because I think it's easier to find things on YouTube than it is Facebook. All right, so in your kit, you have these 2 pieces of basic white. The smaller piece is your layer here, okay? Don't use that to stamp on. That's your layer. This is the one, the larger one, is the one you want to stamp with, all right? So I'm going to first stamp my sentiment. So I'm grabbing my Memento Black, and I'm grabbing the Christmas is Better Together. Just a sweet little sentiment. Sometimes it's it's that one thing in a stamp set that makes me want it. I know when I first started stamping, I'm like, I don't want to buy the whole set. I just want the one stamp. I would whine all the time about it. Now I'm like, you know, I'm really grateful that I don't just buy that one single stamp, because now I have something that really all coordinates together. And I'd be so disappointed. Sorry, I have ink on my hands. I got it on my cardstock. I'd be so disappointed if I didn't have something to go with it. Like, one of my favorite things is when we have like a stamp, a sentiment that goes on the inside and another sentiment that goes on the outside. Oh my gosh, that's like my favorite thing. Because I don't always know what to stamp on the inside. Do you ever run into that problem? Am I the only one out there that runs into that? All right, so now that's good. I'm just going to put it aside to dry. Let's go ahead and get this bigger one out. I am going to take my larger block this time to do this, because it is a little bit larger of a stamp. So it has Mama Deer and Baby Deer together. I'm going to ink that up. I do want to ink it up pretty good. I want their hooves there to be dark. All right. And we're going to stamp that right here. You have more than enough room there. on that scrap piece here, because I want to make sure that you can die cut it out. All right, I got those pieces done. Let's cover that before I put my hand in it. All right, so now for the fawn, I'm going to do my light crumb cake here for its tail and its belly, a little bit of the front here, and my little ears. Okay, and then I'll come back in with my light pecan pie. Yeah, is Jimmy here online? Is he watching with us? Holy cow, I didn't think he ever did. Yes, it's my son's birthday today. I'm actually very proud of both my sons. They are really wonderful. They've grown into really wonderful men. I mean, they were wonderful children too, but they've really grown into some really decent people, and I'm really proud of them. You know, like, it's kind of hard sometimes, and they both just plug along, and they make sure that they take care of things, and they know what's important. So yeah, I'm very proud of them. I'm very proud of Jim because he is the father of my baby twins. So, all right, now Mama, we're going to take her and we're going to do her underbelly area in the light pecan. I'm going to leave her tail white though, because we have white-tailed deer here in Wisconsin. So that's what color I'm leaving that. And I'm going to leave a little bit of this little, there's a little scruff there in the ear. I'm also leaving that white. So if my son is here, Jim, tell me if I'm coloring my deer wrong. I am not the deer hunter, so I don't know. I choose not to see the face. Oops, I wanted to actually color that in dark pumpkin pie here. Oh, he's stalking, okay. Well, Jim, you have to tell me if I'm not coloring the deer right. I mean, I know they're not actually really brown there. Although the mix of a brown and a gray, and at least I'm leaving the tail white. All right. So this year when the guys go deer hunting, our little munchkins are running. Okay, not full blast running, but they're walking and toddling all over, falling all over. It's kind of cute. They're like little bumper cars. It's cute until they fall and bonk their head. I think it's really funny when they want your attention. So one of the things they do was they both have started doing this. They'll look at you, they'll smile, and then all of a sudden they'll give you that look like their world has just ended, and they'll throw themselves on the floor. Like they had the worst accident. It's like, dude, I saw you purposely throw yourself on the floor. If you want me to come pick you up, just come running to me with open arms, and I'll pick you up. So our granddaughter has learned that. So as soon as I go to the house or anything, she comes at me with arms raised all the way up as high as she can, just running as fast as she can. And mind you, they're not quite 2 yet, so they're not really running. It just, I don't know, it warms my heart. So when I have a really tough day and I get to see that, it totally makes my day. Okay, so that was a lot of talk time to color my deer. Did I do that pretty good? Took enough time? All right, so now in that, did I take it out? Yeah, here it is. Shoo, I was like, I pulled the die out so I wouldn't forget it. So this is the only thing that we're die cutting on this. No, you could definitely, instead of die cutting this, you could have definitely stamped it right there and not had to worry about die cutting at all. Or you can fussy cut it out. So if you don't have the dies, if you don't have a die cutting machine, make sure you put that on your Christmas list and tell your significant other that they should call me and get that ordered for your Christmas present. I will make sure it gets there. I think the last I think Stampin' Up! Said maybe December 10th is kind of when their cutoff time is for when things can get to somewhere. But order it before then. Just saying. Tell your significant other you need to order before then. I'll put a little wish list online. In fact, let me make a little note. Post wish list. There we go. Okay. It's right on top of my computer. I won't throw it away. Yeah, so I'll post that wish list, print it out, give it to your family, give it to your friends, and say, hey, call Beth. Here's what I want. She will get me what I need. I'm going to help you out there, sister. All right, let's go ahead and just put all this together. And if you're new to crafting and you want to just check it out and see what it's like, order kits. Select some of the kits. Go online, check out all the different kits that we have. We have some that have stamp sets, some that don't. You know, try it out. See how you like it. I can guarantee that, you know, if you like crafty things and you put together one of those kits, you're going to be hooked. And when you're hooked, I want you to call me and say, Beth, I'm ready for you to come over, and I have 6 friends, and we're going to have a kit party, and we're going to have a ladies' night out, or a guys' night out, or... Okay. Let's get this. We're going to put this one up on dimensionals. We are almost done. Can you believe that? Okay. There they are. All right. Okay. I'm really having fun tonight. I hope you all are having fun with me. I really needed this crafting night tonight. I really did. All right. So like I said, you can't really see too much of the deer in there. So it's up to you which side of the paper you want to use. It does not matter. So now this one's going to be put up on dimensionals as well. Okay. I can put a full dimensional right here. As long as when I put it on, I have my straight sides on the outsides of the leg. I'm going to put one on Bambi over here. And then for my little legs there, I like to just take an edge. You can also, actually, let's just do that. We'll cut. No, actually, maybe our small little, yeah, our small ones will work. Just make sure you put the straight side on the edge and look for the widest part of that leg. No, I forgot what I was saying. I'm just digging this. So this was actually an idea I had gotten from, oh, who did I get this from? Oh, let's see. I don't remember who I got it from. I had her card sitting right here so I could shout out to her, and I don't know what I did with it. I'm sorry. So if you're watching me, it's someone on my Rubber Queens team that sent it, that I exchanged with, and I'm so sorry that I'm not crediting you. All right. So we'll put that there. We'll put that there. The last thing we need is just some embellishments, our linen thread, and we are done. Oh, I forgot to do the inside of the card. Let's see. What do I want to do for the inside? So we got these little trees here. How about we stamp those little trees? And so I'll need to go get another color because I didn't think about this ahead of time. I'm actually going to go grab Granny Apple Green and Shaded Spruce. I'm going to do 2 trees. I know, it's exciting. But if I can find my Granny Apple Green. Where's Granny Apple Green? That's Lemon Lime Twist. Oh, here it is. So as you know, I had my stamps facing the window, and so this faded, and so every time I see it, I don't think it's Granny Apple Green. I'm gonna have to swap stickers around, I think, because I always look for my color sticker. All right, I digress. I'll stop talking. Get stamping. Get going, Beth. All right. So I think I'll start with my Granny Apple Green. Oh, we have one more card to do. I forgot. And then I'm going to stamp another one right here. I'm going to come back in with my shaded spruce and do one more over here. There we go. That's the inside of the card. And now we'll get to our third card here. I mean, our fourth card. Can't count. I thought we were all done. I don't know why I was thinking I stamped 4 cards already. So I was thinking, oh, I don't have to clean up this mess. I can wait till I'm all done. No, I got to clean it up because I've got one more card left. And we are going to be embossing. So, Beth, you're just going to have to learn to embrace embossing. I know it's kind of a scary challenge, but oh, let's get our this and this. Now, I don't really know what color I want to use here. I guess we'll use these. We'll put one down here. I'll put one right there. Okay. And I need my linen thread. Okay, so for linen thread, I'm going to make a faux bow. So I just wrap this around my hand 3 times. Alright. And all I'm going to do is squish them together. Just like that. Oh, I only need 2. Oh, please, I wrapped too many. 1, 2. If you do more than that, it gets a little big. So now where those 2 ends are, that's where I'm going to put my middle. All right. It's okay if they crisscross. Totally fine with that. We're going to grab our glue dots here. You know, I wonder how often my sons pop in and I don't know that they watch. I keep telling them that they need to because I talk about them. And we're just going to stick it right behind our little fawn's butt there. Here we go. I'm going to tuck that right back in there. All right. There. Okay. Now we're on to our 4th card. And I'm kind of hurrying because we're going to be doing some embossing. So I want to be able to get that done. It's a good thing embossing is fast. So I had shown this card before, but tonight we're going to make it whoop, whoop. So I'm going to show you how I did all of this. So let's see. Need a piece of scrap paper here because I'm going to do some coloring. And let's see. Just trying to find a piece of scrap paper. I mean, I have tons of paper, but they all have stuff on it that I need. Okay. Oh, you know what? I just printed all these things out. There we go. Scrap paper. All right. Here we go. Okay, let's do our ribbon first because that's going to take a little bit longer to dry. So I've got my vanilla and black ribbon. It's the wide striped ribbon. I'm taking my red blend and I'm just coloring it. Now you can use your marker. I'm just going to warn you, it takes a longer time for your marker to dry. All right, so I'm just going to go back again and really kind of saturate this. So the more I saturate, the darker it's going to be. Or I could have used a darker color too. The dark red. I just happen to have this one here handy, so that's what we're using. All right. All right. There we go. I'm just going to put this over here to dry. I'm going to hang it up over here. 2. All right. Get that out of the way. And let's get going with this. So we have our last envelope in here. Now I changed it up from my original sample. I decided that I wanted to use copper clay for my little gingerbread boy, girl, whatever. Okay, so I've got a piece of thick white, folded in half. I've got a piece of basic black. Now, what you could do is I've got these nested essential dies that I've already cut for you, so that will be in your kit. If you're doing it, you could always just cut it right from the middle of your cardstock. No one will know because it's going to be covered. I have a piece of red, real red here. I have a piece of copper clay. That's going to be what you're going to stamp your gingerbread on. This is your cookie sheet. and this is going to be your sentiment. We are going to be stamping with Real Red on this one. Where did my Real Red pad go? I thought I pulled it out. Oh, please, I probably didn't. Nope, I didn't. It's sitting right over here. Oh, that's not Real Red. Like, I know what spots my ink pads are in, and sometimes if I don't turn that wheel, I just grab out where the spot is. I'm like, oh, no, wrong color. All right, so I've got my Real Red. And where's my stamp set? There it is. I am going to stamp my little Mrs. Claus here. You could use your snowflakes. You could use whatever you want. We will use snowflakes on the inside. All right. You'll really like it. Just saying. Okay, and we're just going to stamp her randomly all over. It's not going to... Okay, Danger Beth, stop throwing your stamp around. You'll get ink everywhere. All right. Okay, let's get that clean because I got it on my hand too. Hand, stamp, block, fingers. What a mess I just made. Okay. Anyways, so I'll put that one back. And let's see what else I'm going to do here. That is it for that. I don't need this anymore. Now the next thing I need is my Versamark pad, because that's how we're going to be doing our embossing. And my embossing gun is right there, ready to go. And we bought embossing powder here. So good thing I kept my scrap. Okay. So first things first, let's get that out of the way. I don't know why I have my clock sitting right there. Okay, let's put all this in a pile here. This here. And I don't need that. I'm going to take my embossing buddy. And I'm going to just get some of that powder on here. I'm doing that so that the static that's been built up won't get all over the place. It won't like keep my embossing powder on my cardstock where I don't want it. So let's do Baking Spirits Bright first. I thought that was pretty cute to go with a oh, I got that powder in my mouth. I thought that was really cute to go with a cookie card. So Baking Spirits Bright. I'm going to get my embossing powder on here right away, and then I'll come back and stamp my other one. So, all right. I can just pour it right on there. I do have my fan on, so I do have to be careful that this doesn't fly all over the place. All right. Sometimes I actually like to kind of double it, so I just go back, I get a little more on it, and then I really just kind of flick off whatever else is there. And if I see some on there, I'll usually take a little paintbrush and kind of wipe it off. Once the embossing powder is on there, you're okay as long as you don't touch it. You know what I mean? All right, now let's get our cookie. Little cookie. I'm not a big gingerbread fan. I love me some ginger snaps though. I really do. My grandmother's ginger snaps were the best cookies ever. And then, you know what? They're not even ginger snaps. They're molasses cookies. But we always call them ginger snaps. So, yeah. Okay. All right. And get embossing powder all over him. Tap it off. Go back in. So in December, I am actually going to be doing a class making a recipe, a cookie exchange recipe book. Can you guess what stamp set we'll be using? Just saying. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be the first Sunday in December. I just thought that's a perfect time because, you know, you can't really do your cookie exchanges too early because those cookies only last for a certain amount of time. And then you won't have any for the holidays. Okay, I'm going to take this and get this out of the way because I know it's full of embossing powder. All right. I'm going to grab my little tweezers here. I'm going to emboss this and we'll be quickly assembling this card. So let's get this going. Pick this one up, actually. I see a little bit of stuff on there I want to get off. So. Alright, pick this up. I'm just going to heat it up real quick. I just want to be careful I don't show my shove my heat tool on my mat there because it would melt it. But I want you to see it go from dull and powdery to shiny and pretty. Alright, so there's my shiny pretty. Let's get this one, make this shiny pretty. And once your embossing gun is warm, it usually goes much faster the next thing that you emboss. So. And just slowly move it. You don't have to go back and forth like a hairdryer. Just slowly move it. Now when I'm embossing vellum, I do it from behind. And what do I mean by that? I'll do it this way. Just because vellum likes to curl and you don't want to overheat it. Alright, so there we go. That's this guy. Now, I would love to say, use our Sweetest Star Punch. Well, as you all know, I lost that too. I am ordering another one, so I'm putting in an order actually this week. And, so I have to fussy cut it. So, if you're not a big punch person, this is a pretty easy set to fussy cut. However, I'm going to show you some cards in just a moment. Yeah, that you're going to say, oh, I'm going to have to get that punch. So you might as well buy the bundle. You know you want to. And now look how many card samples you have. How many have I shown? I've shown it, what, 4? Because I've done a couple of other videos. I have to redo my website this weekend too. It kind of crashed, and when they put it back, the theme I was using got all wacky. So I lost a bunch of my posts, and I have to repost everything. So I will make sure these last couple weeks I've gotten the cards out that I've been making, because I'm kind of bummed it was gone. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's adhere all this down. We're only going to be popping up the cookie for Dimensional Bling. So we've got our black going on our basic white, our thick basic white. And then I like using thick basic white when I'm doing a card base because it just is a little thicker. It just gives it more stability. All right, so then we've got our red layer there. We're going to take our cookie sheet and kind of figure out where we want to go. I've got a little spot on there, so I'm going to go back up here so it gets hidden. All right, so now this, I'm going to adhere down as well. I'm going to put this right up to the edge here. All right, we'll go ahead and put adhesive on this. Let's slide that right underneath there. Just like that. We've got our ribbon. So let's go ahead and make our bow. Now mind, you can still see a little bit of vanilla edge, but oh well, it's all right. It's homemade. Kind of gives it that homemade look. And I tied that terribly, but we don't have time to retie it. All right, I'm going to make it a little smaller. Okay, we'll trim that down. Because I got to get that purple off of there. I don't remember what I used that last for. All right. We'll get a handy dandy glue dot. See, this one's going super fast. Okay, we'll put that right on the tray. And I don't know why all of a sudden I'm getting stuffy, but I am. Get our dimensionals out. Where did they go? Where did I put them? Oh, I have a light right in my face, so I can't even see over my dimensional home here. All right, well, we'll just use pieces. Okay, no problem. We can use pieces. So I'll just go across this way. And put one there. And we'll put another one there. There we go. Again, every piece of your dimensional sheet can be used. All right, and we're just going to pop him up wherever you want to put him. And now I'm going to come back in with my embellishments. So on my first card that I originally designed, I used those little peppermints. Look how stinking cute that is with those. But those will be back in November 18th, the week of November 18th. So in the meantime, I'm going to use these little gold ones if I can get them picked up. Hold on. I'm going to grab my take a pick tool here and put those on with that. Okay. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Kind of like reminds me of those little Parcel candies. In our world, we call them Dillons. Okay, so that is our 4th card. So let's just quickly refresh what we made tonight. So our first card was our little Christmas polar bear. And then we jumped into our humble home. From there, we went to our reindeer fun. And then we ended up with our gingerbread cookie using Sweetest Stars. So I hope you loved everything that you saw tonight. I hope you give it a try. And if you do, please post a picture. Let me see what you've done. I love getting inspiration from all of you because a lot of times you think of something I didn't even think about. So I love to see your ideas. Make sure you share. You can share over in our My Stamp Studio VIP group. All you have to do is ask to join, and you can be part of a creative community that shares, inspires, and actually really supports each other. So, yeah, join that. In the meantime, have a great weekend. Spend your weekend with the people that love you and appreciate you and that you love and appreciate, and just enjoy the time that you get with those folks. So, all right, good night. Love you all. And I'll be posting shortly a picture of each of the cards with the supplies used. All right. Talk to you all later.